Here I am driving north from Campbell River, where I just flew in, obtained the car at the airport, and now driving north to Port McNeill. It's about a 2.5-hour drive north of Campbell River, and it's a jumping off point for the Broughton Archipelago.
In my research on the science and policy of salmon farming, I use a variety of sources of information. These include scientific papers, reports, the news media, websites, and public events. Together, these provide much information that is helpful in understanding how salmon farming has developed and how people use science in debates and decisions about the salmon farming industry and its environmental implications. But salmon farming takes place in many locations along the BC coast, in a variety of environments, and so to really understand the industry and its consequences, one must travel to where salmon farming and the science of salmon farming take place. One of the most important such places is the Broughton Archipelago. This is a region situated between the BC mainland and Vancouver Island, and is made up of dozens of islands and channels. The archipelago also has a rich diversity of marine ecosystems, and it is particularly important as a habitat for several species of salmon, as well as other marine life. Numerous salmon farms are also located here, including this one. So I had to visit the Broughton. I began my visit by taking the ferry from Port McNeill to two communities on the doorstep of the archipelago. In Alert Bay, I learned about the lengthy Aboriginal history of the region, a history marked by a close relationship between the people and the ocean, including the salmon that once existed here in such abundance. And I visited the Alert Bay Marine Research Society, where I talked with local experts about the marine environment and the science that has been done here. I also visited Sointula, where I talked with Alexandra Morton, a noted salmon scientist and activist. I then traveled into the Broughton Archipelago itself. We weaved our way past many islands and coves, eventually reaching Echo Bay, the site of the Salmon Coast Research Station. At this station, formerly the home of Alexandra Morton, takes place some of the most influential research on the environmental consequences of salmon farming. I also wanted to visit salmon farms themselves. There's a tremendous variety of salmon farms of different sizes and types up and down the BC coast, and I wanted to visit a few of them to learn more about how salmon farming is actually done. This is the Marine Harvest Canada salmon farm, located just about an hour's boat ride north of Campbell River on a remote inlet. Here we can see the Atlantic salmon themselves. There are about 35 to 40,000 in each of the pens, or about 500,000 in the entire farm. And now it's feeding time on the farm. This pipe is sending feed out into the pen.
It comes out in spurts so it doesn't get stuck in the pipe.
Oh, I see, right.
And so now we say goodbye to the salmon farm, with thanks to Marine Harvest Canada for hosting my visit. So far in this project, I have reported some of my preliminary results in several papers, including these ones presented at conferences in Paris, Barcelona, and Nanaimo. More papers are on their way. This has been an overview of the research I am doing in my project on the science and politics of salmon farming. Stay tuned for more products of this project as they appear. Thanks for watching.